I have a new curl method, everyone.
A what?
I have a new method for my curls.
Oh.
The secret is I brush my hair.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
When it's
Before.
soaking wet.
Yeah.
Before adding gel, but after curl cream.
Gel, curl cream.
Yeah.
This is a foreign language at this point. Alrighty. Welcome back to the fifth episode of our Hello Warrior podcast. We have some more special guests with us and one very special guest, which is normally our co-op student that's behind the camera, but now she's in front of the camera, which is awesome. So we're going to do an episode on exploring the city of Waterloo. We have some experts from the city, or I guess so-called experts, so we'll actually see if they are experts. And students are never wrong when it comes to the city of Waterloo, am I right?
True.
Bam. Alrighty, so if we can start with kind of a little intro about yourself, we'll start with this side of the room, and then Johan, you can follow up.
Like all the way to the side?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Jay. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a graduate from our Honors Arts and Business program, majored in history. Now I work on campus. I am one of the, national recruiters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to chat with grade 12 students and younger, let them know about the University of Waterloo. And you want a special fact?
Yeah, do a little fun
fact. Give us the facts.
Okay. One that I'm proud of, but it has kind of changed recently. But my house is within 2 kilometers of 3 Dairy Queens.
That's a very big deal for Jay.
Yeah, I think that's pretty special.
Did you, make use of the $1 blizzards that they had?
Probably the second day.
Did you hit up every single one of them?
So they max you out at 1.
Oh, really?
The coupon only works once.
Oh, man, they're smart.
I still take advantage of other deals.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite blizzard?
Score.
Yeah.
I owe you a blizzard. for reasons we will not be.
2 blizzards.
2 blizzards.
Shall I go next?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey everyone, I'm Laura. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm a graduate of the same program as Jay. It's called Honors Arts and Business, and I majored in French. But I like to beat Jay, so I, not physically, I like to one-up Jay. Mm-hmm. So I got a master's degree in English as well.
Have that for now.
What?
You gonna go for a master's?
Are you gonna take it away?
You gonna go for a master's, eh?
No, panic. And that's in rhetoric and communication design. I am also a national recruiter, one of our national recruiters at Waterloo. And a cool fact about me, maybe it's a nerdy fact, is that I can name 200 countries. And I've been to 36 of them and counting.
Oh, favorite one?
Dennis.
Listen.
Well, I'm going to...
Give me a list.
I'm going on vacation to the UK very soon, so that's definitely a favorite of mine.
Are you going to the F1 experience in the UK?
I am going to the UK. And I'm going to Silverstone.
Oh, that's so
cool. But we won't talk too much about my vacation plans today. We better focus on what's here.
You had your screen open and you had 197 questions named, but you just
197 countries? Okay, here's the thing. Because I've spent a lot of time in the UK, I know the importance there of recognizing that Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales.
So officially 197.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Okay.
Olympic rules,
I just want
guess
to know the
they're all
difference between the number I saw on the screen and the number you said out loud.
No, I just made up a few extra countries. That's me, Dennis.
There you go.
All right, turning it over to me. Hi, guys. I'm Johan. I'm usually the co-op behind the scenes over here. And because I'm a co-op, I'm not a graduate, but I am clawing my way there. I'm a third-year political science student here at Waterloo. And a fun fact about myself, I didn't come prepared, but I am afraid of heights, so there's that. But I do love doing high ropes, so it's like a internal conflict I have when I'm up there, because I am having fun, but I will definitely cry. So yeah, that's
like
me.
Some of the greatest things in life. They're fun, but they also make you cry.
Yeah.
Would you ever do like zip lining?
Oh, I did zip line. That's a funny story actually, because I was there was a whole high rope challenge to get up to the zip line, and then we were gonna zip line all the way across a lake, and this was in my grade 8 trip, and I didn't know that the zip line was like we had to do it.
Oh no.
I thought there was a way down from there, but there wasn't. And so they let me hang off because I was freaking out. And I was like, okay, after hanging off for a bit, I thought I was fine. So I told them like, okay, you can let go now. And she's like, are you sure? And I said, yes, you can let go. I'll do it. And then right when the line was right at her fingertips, I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. So I yelled, wait. And I was already off at that point. It was too late. But I ended up having fun. Yeah. But I ended up having fun. And I think I'd do it again. Maybe.
Would you skydive?
No.
That's so much scarier.
That's different.
than
That's
ziplining.
different.
But no,
I think if I was strapped to like Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Yeah.
I'd do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not he's certified in skydiving.
No, I think
You
I'd be
just trust him
safe.
that
He'd break
much.
my fall.
Good point.
Because he's a rock.
Yes, he is. He's my rock.
I don't know if I'd want a rock to break my fall if I were to fall. from
Oh,
a rock,
that's-
but that's fine.
All right, awesome. So it's great kind of getting to know a little bit about everybody. And sadly, Kristen can't join us today. She is in Florence, Italy on a little vacation trip. But she'll be back with some with some future
Made up
podcasts.
fact, right? That's what we call a made up fact.
It's hidden
Okay.
feature in Alberta.
Okay.
Where she is right now.
we can just dream, Jay. We can dream.
Sure for her.
We dream of Kristen going to Italy. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
She actually told me yesterday there's snow where she is right now.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's Calgary, everyone.
Not Florence, at least. All right, we'll get right into it. So, funny enough, I always get frequently asked, like, where is the University of Waterloo? And jokingly, I always answer to students, it's in Waterloo. But to the best of your ability, could you
That's
kind of describe where Waterloo is for maybe some people who are not from Waterloo?
Do you want me to take this one?
Yeah, because I always use.
Like,
I am
use
terrible with directions, so please go
yeah.
ahead.
So for those of you who are familiar with north, south, east, west, it's about 100 kilometers southwest of Toronto. For those of you who I might as well have been speaking a different language to, if you look at a map and you find Toronto, just go like a little bit over and a little bit down, and that's
Like
what
to
it
the
is.
left when you
Yeah,
move.
yeah, a little bit to the left
Yeah.
when you're looking at it, and a little bit down, and that's the old region of Waterloo.
And we're how far from Toronto?
About 100 kilometers, give or take. Depends where in Toronto you're going.
Yeah.
But
Typically, maybe like an hour and 20 minutes without traffic, but usually there's always traffic on the 401. So,
yeah, anywhere from 1 hour to 17 hours.
Yeah.
About that.
perfect.
Mhm.
And then one of the many factors that students have to consider when they're choosing what, where to study is location. So, what can students and parents do if they want to kind of explore campus or even just explore the city of Waterloo? What kind of options are open for them?
Do you mean like while they're still deciding?
Yeah, like as high school students,
Yeah.
if they want to figure out and scope out the location or just campus or the city in general, like what can they do?
Yeah, I guess we have campus tours every day but Sundays,
Mhm.
a couple times a day, and in addition to some open houses every few months. So that's a great way to set up your reason to come here and explore campus. But then make a day of it. We've got a couple post-secondary institutions in the area, so University of Waterloo, but also Laurier and Conestoga, just right in town, and then some that you might drive towards or past. If you're heading your way here. But if you're coming the night before, there's some great hotels that you can stay in around this the region, and some great places to get breakfast. So don't just have to come to campus, but check out the area as well. I don't know if we want to get into some of our favorite places just yet,
Or a little bit later.
but lots of recommendations we can make. But that'd be my tip: make a day out of it.
Yeah.
In the summer, great time to make a day trip there, or with friends or family or supporters, and check out more than just our campus.
And I'm going to add one tip as you're making a day of it. Maybe think about taking light rail transit around the city of
I
Waterloo.
love the
So,
tram.
It's
Yeah.
the best,
Ion is
right?
great,
It's
yeah.
like we're living in the future, just zipping through the city,
Yeah.
making great time, and saving on those fossil fuels. So if you come to campus, I recommend parking on campus if you're doing a tour or coming for an open house, and then from campus you can take the LRT, as we call it, to uptown, do some exploring there. We'll give you some insider tips later on about where in particular you might want to go in uptown, but then you can just walk right through Waterloo Park to come back to campus and go by the petting zoo, see what new water features and lake features are up in the city at any given time or in the park. Maybe walk past a cricket match or have a little picnic for yourself. There's lots to do in there.
Yeah, I always.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
Well, like why stop there too? You can take the train right from Toronto if you're coming from
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got
Oh, like the Go?
Go and the Via.
Yeah.
Come fairly regularly. It'd be nice to see it a little bit more often.
More frequent, yeah.
But there's buses as well that come from different parts of the GTA, Southwestern Ontario.
Yeah, and they stop right on campus as well. We have our own Go Station terminal, which is great. And I
For
love
the buses.
for the buses. Yeah.
Imagine the train came to campus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
speaking
would
of
be
train, we got the streetcar, the Ion comes to campus every 10 minutes, right aside from like DC, which is our What does it stand for?
David
David Center. There we go.
You got there.
But yeah, you can get from like one side of the city all the way to the other within maybe 20 to 25-ish minutes. So very fast and very reliable. And as students know, time is the most important factor like for us as students. So did you ever come in high school, did you ever come for visits or tours on campus?
Fortunately not, because when I started, it was COVID, so everything was online.
Nice.
So didn't really get to see campus other than like the 360 videos that we had there where we could tour online. But I use the tram a lot. Like Ion it's great because it gets you from one place to another really quickly, and it always comes by like really fast. Like the wait times aren't bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it a lot better than the bus because I think it's just more easier to navigate.
More reliable too.
Exactly.
To the second. It's never going to
It
be
is.
early. It's never going to be late. I can't always promise that, but in my experience, it's really reliable, which is lovely too.
And your ticket to get on either the GRT buses or the Ion is through your student card. So once you're a student, you get your walk card, you're paying that fee per semester, and then you're able to access those rides unlimited. Every time you go on, just tap your walk card, you're good to go.
And the bus too.
And the bus, exactly. Moving on. So many of our students we know kind of come from the GTA area. So I know we kind of talked about this a little bit already, but what transportation services do we have like from the GTA Center kind of coming to Waterloo's? And do you think it's viable for students to live at home but also attend Waterloo? Or would you recommend potentially living on campus and staying on residence or any of our off-campus housing options?
What are your thoughts, Johan, as a current student?
Well, there's the Go train and the Go bus right now that students can take if you're not living in Waterloo. I personally don't live in Waterloo, so I had to do the commute, but I haven't used the Go bus yet, but I do have friends that use it to come, to go home and come back for classes. So there's that. And since I don't commute in that way, maybe you guys could answer that question in a more full way.
For sure. So in terms of like getting to and from the GTA or the GTA area, as James calls it, lots of ways to get back and forth. So there's the Fed bus that runs on weekends, and that's run by the Waterloo Undergraduate Student Association, and they do drop-offs in several locations across Toronto. There's also, as Johan mentioned, the Go buses and Go trains that run regularly throughout the week, although always good to check the schedules ahead of time for cancellations and that sort of thing. Via Rail, if you want like the fancy trains from Kitchener to Toronto, I love taking the Via Rail. It's a good time. And as we heard, some students do commute, but I always, for students in the GTA, I do caution against it. I'm not going to say you can't do it, but there's just so many factors at play. There's weather, there's traffic, there's cancellations, and it's also like a pretty significant amount of time each day, at least a few hours if you're coming back and forth every day. So those are just things to keep in mind, especially if you
Especially if you have 8 a.m. classes.
Classes, or if you get motion sick on those buses, and they're stopping and going on the highway. Not for me, my friends.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, No other option. Supporting you if you have to do that.
Get your podcasts and yours, all that good stuff.
I think we're seeing more of it, more students commuting, but I also I agree with you. I think, especially in your first year, make the time. I think you did your episode already on housing.
We did
the
housing
on campus and the first year residence guarantee. You mentioned earlier too that time is really important for students, and I think just factoring in that time that could be on a train or on a bus.
It adds up quick.
The podcast, but you could also be using that time to either study or group projects or meetings or just having social time, which I think really plays a big part in your first year too. So if you can live closer to campus or even on campus, that's going to help with that transition into university in your first year especially. Yeah. And then around campus too, we've got like bikes, skateboards. Yeah.
The e-bikes, the scooters,
the unicycle a few times. The
unicycle
one person, but
there
see
is
that
a unicycler
going around campus too. So there you go.
I find most students live on residence first year, and then after you finish your first year, they're all commuting.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of socializing, I think we're in a kind of unique situation where in the City of Waterloo, we have 3 post-secondary institutions. Ourselves, we have Laurier and even Conestoga College, kind of within a 10-minute drive of each other, all kind of within the same strip or the same road, which we call University Ave. What kind of unique advantage does this offer to students, not just Waterloo students, but also students from the other universities, from a social perspective?
Young city.
Young city.
I think at one point it was the youngest city in Canada. I don't know if it still is now, but it's like a third of the city's population is students.
Okay.
So a lot of businesses, services are really catering to that audience. Your neighbors are most likely going to be university or college students. Lots of part-time jobs available for students. So yeah, just generally student vibe going on there.
Student vibes.
Yeah.
This is not the place to retire.
No.
You're looking for a retirement home.
But I think there's so many like graduates of the local universities who like the town so much that or the city so much that they stay here after graduating as well, which is probably one of the factors that keeps the population young. For me, probably the best thing about the fact that we have, another university and a college, all on the same street, even not just in the same city, is I got to live with a lot of my friends who went to Laurier. So even though we were at different universities, we had a house that was between the two campuses, and we got to hang out all the time and be able to kind of like get to know each other's friends from the other university too. So that was like a big, I don't know, silver lining of, you're going away to a different university, you miss your friends, but then it's like, especially after first year, if you're living off campus, you're still so close by and you can still like do all the same things outside of school.
Yeah. Johan, putting you on the spot a little bit, but did you ever meet anybody from Laurier or from any of the other universities and just socialize off campus a little bit?
I have a couple of friends that go to Laurier, so
go.
I try to meet up with them when I can, when our schedules align. But yeah, what I do like about Waterloo is that it's really lively, and most of it is because it's such a student-centric city. But there's always something happening, there's always something to go to, there's always something to explore, because it is more, I find, catering to our needs and the things that we're interested in. So that's what's really nice about Waterloo. But yeah, uptown is very nice. I like uptown. I think it's really pretty.
Yeah, lots of cool festivals and installations and stuff that take place throughout the year. Like I think last summer we had this big light project with like lights and music, and there are these giant swings and things that
The music swings,
coming back.
those are fun.
Yeah, and of course there's the skating rink in uptown in the winter.
Yeah.
It's cold enough. Fingers crossed.
There's also the Waterloo Park. What are they called in the winter? Wonders of Winter?
Yeah, I think Wonders of Winter.
Something like
Do
that.
they do lights?
Yeah, they just have a whole bunch of lights
Oh,
going
that's
through
nice.
it, so it's actually like a lovely walk. Yeah, it's a great stroll.
Yeah, nice hot
Land stroll.
chocolate. Walk through the park.
Yeah.
Walk through it right when you finish exams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little reward.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of kind of things in uptown areas and kind of just speaking in general, what are your favorite things to do in the city of Waterloo? So this could be anything: bars, restaurants, parks that you visit, cafes, museums, hikes, anything that you really want to talk about. This is your time to kind of sell our audience and tell them why you should come to the city of Waterloo.
Where to start?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Treats.
I want to start actually by plugging some Instagram videos that Johan and some of our other
Yeah.
colleagues have been making recently. The co-op tries videos. I saw there was one where you went to, was it Bingsu?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
So
like Korean
good.
desserts. Is that
Yeah.
what it was?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been there yet, but I've been meaning to try it. ever
That
since
was really
then,
good.
so.
Yeah. Shaved ice. It was really
Oh,
yummy.
so good.
I think we got the strawberry shortcake.
Shortcake, yeah.
Something like
that
that.
one's
Or
good.
strawberry cheesecake. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what we got. Yeah.
Yeah. But so Jay mentioned treats, and I think there's one thing we need to address: delicious ice cream place that is not Dairy Queen. It's very well loved by Waterloo students and grads because it was founded by alumni. It's called For All Ice Cream,
Ooh.
and I brought some with me today.
Did you actually?
I did.
For us?
No way.
Yes. It has one in my backpack, Jay. It's over there.
Do you have like a mini fridge in your
No,
backpack?
it might be slightly melted, everyone.
Oh,
That's all
But
right.
Is it one of the
good soup.
classics, or is
good
it,
soup.
So, here's the thing.
Yeah.
They didn't have all the flavors available. Personal favorite, chocolate milk.
Oh, chocolate milk.
Ice cream.
We were just
flavor.
chatting about chocolate milk with Jameson.
So I brought, sure, yeah. I brought some cups.
Sweet.
I brought some spoons. And I brought some ice cream.
Wow.
Oh.
It's about to be a mukbang.
Sidebar, we only have 15 more minutes that this room is booked. Are we
No,
gonna have to
we're
clear
good.
it?
We're
Okay,
good.
Great.
We're doing great on
So-
time.
Yeah, we'll spend the 15 minutes eating.
100%.
Yeah,
And they can just listen
The
to
questions
us
don't
eat.
matter at this point.
Is this
So
birthday cake?
this is birthday cake flavor, which I haven't had
Yeah.
before.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
Jay,
scoop
imagine
some
we
out.
had a stirring stick instead of a
That'd be
spoon.
helpful.
Help yourself.
I'm just gonna take the jar.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks,
There you
Laura.
go.
I don't think I've had birthday cake before.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna take 2 scoops.
2 big
Oh, they're chilled. They're cold.
Well, they were
Oh, buddy.
beside the ice
That was
cream.
risky, eh?
My
They're
backpack.
chilled.
So, hey, and you know what? It's not too soft, and it's
That's
been out of the fridge for almost an hour.
There you go.
So I call that a win.
So far out, Uptown Waterloo.
Uptown Waterloo.
They have their classics like chocolate milk.
Yeah. So they used to have the core 4, but now they have 12 flavors that
Like
they have
salted
in
caramel
stock
is still
all
in
the
there.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's a,
did
Did you try it?
Yeah.
This is something we do together as a team.
We'll just edit that part out.
I don't think
there's a lot of
we could.
editing with
Yeah.
it.
Wait. I got my spoon.
Is everyone ready?
Oh, wait.
Okay, just
Okay, I'm
careful,
ready.
Don't get brain freeze.
Okay.
Here we go.
Whoa. Wow.
That's fire. That's gas.
There's cake.
Oh, like actual piece of cake?
I wasn't
Wow.
expecting there to be cake
Yeah.
in it.
Warmer.
It was like the dough.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm eating a cake,
Like a
but it's
cake.
cold. But it's like if ice cream cake wasn't ice cream cake,
Mm-hmm.
this is ice cream cake. If that makes any sense.
Wow.
Johan, you know
But-
what? Not everyone would have followed you on that adventure.
do you
on that
get
one
me?
Adventure, but I did.
Yeah.
I followed you.
Ice cream cake tastes like ice cream,
Mhm.
you know? But this tastes like,
Like
cake,
a cake.
if it was ice cream.
Like an ice cream cake.
Oh, let's just
It's
That's
not
my hot
ice cream
take.
Cake, it's cake
Or
ice cream.
right at the start of the podcast, so we could have got to this sooner.
Well, I wanted there to be a little bit of suspense, but then I realized none of you knew it was coming, so the only suspense was mine. Worth it.
There's one I haven't tried before. I'm glad you brought it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think the last time I went, I had something like lavender lemonade or lavender lemon, something like that. It was really
I feel
good.
like lavender's really new. Like
Yeah.
everyone's
Can't
putting
get on board
lavender
with
in
lavender
things.
flavor.
No?
I feel like I'm eating a flower. Because it
Exactly.
tastes as it
Done.
smells, and I love the smell of lavender, but it freaks me out because
Mm.
I feel like I'm eating a
Yeah.
flower.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Hmm.
Jay, you finished your ice cream?
So,
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I did too.
Fantastic check.
now
Did you
that
have one
I've,
scoop or two?
Like 2.
Oh, yeah.
2.
Sick.
Now that we've got ice cream on the table, what else have we got, team?
Can we follow it up with donuts?
Did you bring some?
Imagine.
Actually, there are some in Dennis's car.
There are some donuts in my car.
They are from outside
We can
the
wait.
region, but
Probably.
Are they old or are they
For-
fresh?
Like a day old.
We can
Oh,
wait.
okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't bring them for the podcast. They're not for the podcast.
They're just.
He said he was going to bring them to the podcast. He just.
But
they're from outside the region.
they're from us, so we
They
can't
remind
plug it in.
me-
We can't plug it in.
They remind me of Geographic.
Yeah, let's talk
which is-
local donuts.
Yeah, which is not too far from campus either.
Mhm.
They've also got their core flavors, but there's some pretty good donuts. There's lots of donut places in actually I'm not going to name them, but there's some other great donut places in the city. But
Are
what I
you about to
find
talk
with-
about things outside the
Well,
city?
no. Just mean that some of them have really good donuts, but
Okay.
then their only differentiating factor is like the toppings.
Mm.
Okay, right.
So like, good for you, but
I think there's. Listen, we don't want to name any names,
Mm.
but I think there's some pretty hot debate within the city of Waterloo
we're talking about the same, or we're thinking of the
About-
same one.
where the best donuts are.
Ooh.
And-
Oh wait, maybe Dubrovnik
and-
isn't on your list, but that's the reason why I like
I'm not gonna
Dubrovnik
say.
because their donuts are very different.
What's the
in
other
how they're
spot?
made. I'm sure.
Let's not say.
I feel like this needs to. We gotta
Actually,
continue
it's in
this.
Kitchener.
Listeners, if you see us on campus, flag us down. Ask us about donuts.
Are we on the same page then?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. You don't want to say it.
No, I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
Why not?
because we don't want to say negative things
And because I'll still eat
about.
them.
You know what I mean?
Then say good
Yeah.
things about the ones you like.
Plus,
yeah,
that might be a sponsor one
the
day.
ones
of
that
this
we
podcast.
really like are Dubrovnik's.
Yeah, Dubrovnik
Yeah.
donuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
And where's that?
By the mall, Conestoga Mall.
Really?
One of the
Okay.
two major
Yeah,
malls.
there's one in
Yeah.
Kitchener as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then actually, I think Brantford now too.
get out of town.
Yeah, if you go to
I'm from
Laurier.
Brantford.
No,
Get
stay in
out of
town.
town.
Stay in town, please.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep them here.
So we've got donuts and we have ice cream.
And coffee shops.
Coffee shops. Tell us
Mm.
about some of your favorites.
I love studying in cafes because I think the vibe is just nice, and sometimes it's nice to get out of, campus.
Yeah.
It's nice here, but also sometimes you need a change of scenery,
Sure.
and having a little treat, a little drink always helps me, kind of motivates me to study because I feel like, I don't know, caffeine just wakes me up.
Yeah.
So.
and a different playlist everywhere you go to.
Mhm,
That's true.
exactly.
Mhm.
So in that one co-op tries video, we went to Pilot Coffee Roasters,
Mm.
and it was just so pretty in there, very relaxing. I liked the vibe, very like the aesthetic was like wood, white, clean, minimalist. I don't know. Now I'm just throwing out words.
All of those are real
But,
words.
yeah.
Jay, where did we go that one visit? Was it Cafe 66?
It was somewhere in Uptown.
Yeah, it was
I
uptown.
mean,
Yeah.
Cafe
recall the
22.
It's in Cafe 22.
Good
Yeah.
try, Dennis.
I don't know.
It's Cafe 22. I wrote it down.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
did you? There you
I made
go.
the list.
But I also feel like there's a new cafe opening like every month in the region of Waterloo. I really like to go to Balzac's in Kitchener. It's at a building called the Tannery, where there's lots of like Waterloo tech companies and startups. Midnight Run in Uptown is cool. They have a cool vibe as well. Princess Cafe, which is a cafe like with Princess Cafe.
I don't know.
Midnight Run, is that the snack place?
They also have beer.
Oh. Jay, you definitely want to go there.
It's within the Princess Prince Cinemas, which is like an independent film theater,
Like
film viewing place, theater in Uptown. That's another favorite place that I like to go to. Seven Shores is another one, and Stockyards.
Mm-hmm. We also have a lot of like boba shops around.
Yeah, bubble tea's huge.
Sweet Dreams.
Sweet Dreams is
Dreams.
good.
My favorite place, Yi Fang's on the Westmount Plaza.
Oh.
So good.
There's a Dairy Queen there.
There's a Dairy Queen
there,
there.
and a TNT.
And the TNT. It's on that plaza, yeah.
TNT, yeah, there's a lot in that plaza.
Yeah.
Other food I love, Ethel's Taco Tuesday.
Ethel's.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Tuesday.
I was about to
Are
make a comment, I can't
these
do it,
the
though.
best tacos you'll have in your life?
Ethel's.
Maybe not, but you just don't beat value.
They're the best
Really?
you can get on a Tuesday in Waterloo.
Exactly.
For the
and,
value
and
or
the
for
vibe
the-
is always right. Are they still $2? It's actually been a
I
while.
think they heard
$2 for a taco?
now.
No, $2 for 4 tacos.
That's
I
wild.
think it is more now.
It's probably more now. Listen, this was
I think it's 3 now.
inflation is a real thing. But it's something worth checking out. There's usually like wing nights at various places. There was one summer that I was living in Waterloo as a student, and every night of the week there was discounted chicken wings at a different restaurant. So my friend and I did a chicken wing week. Only once.
Only once, yeah.
Something you only need to do once in your life. Jane Bond has a great vegan menu. There's the Lab in Kitchener that has amazing chicken sandwiches and like the most giant bowls of fries you'll ever see. Really good stuff. And then Bao. It's just called Bao.
Bao sandwich bar,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
So they have Bao and banh mi, and really, really tasty stuff. And of course, because this is a student town, there's pizza.
Bunch.
Everywhere.
Pizza, campus pizza, famoso, fratello, gourmet pizza, and then if you want the fancy pizza, I really like Graffiti Market.
Oh,
They've
Graffiti
also
Market's
that,
cool.
Yeah, Detroit style.
Yeah.
Detroit, Chicago.
They got the
we know
interactive
New York,
tables
this is
as well.
Detroit.
Interactive
Tables.
tables? What does that mean?
It's like games. You can play games on the table.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I think I know
Very
what place
fun.
you guys are talking about now.
And on that note, I think we'll wrap up the episode. So thank you all for being here today and talking more about the City of Waterloo and just the awesome campus that we have. It's great getting a student's perspective, and then obviously our old timers.
Wow.
Still here.
But yes, check us out for new episodes coming up, and we'll see you on the flip side. See you soon, Future Warriors. Peace.